question that I get with surprising frequency from non-vegans and vegans alike is whether it's ethical to consume eggs from a rescued or a backyard chicken. It goes something like this.
My friend has her own chickens and she loves them and takes really good care of them, and they're happy and healthy and they lay eggs all the time that aren't fertilized, so wouldn't it be okay for her to eat them? I mean, if the chicken just drops the egg and walks away, or carries it to my friend and offers the egg to her with outstretched wings, or leaves a little note in the ground saying, "Please take this thing that came out of my vagina/anus and put it in your mouth."
Okay, I may have made up those last two. But you get the idea. There's even a new dietary distinction called vegan. And I have no idea if that's how it's pronounced, but that's what it's going to be today. So let's finally tackle this beast. What is the ethical concern with eating eggs from rescued or backyard hens? Hi, it's Emily from Bite Size Vegan, and welcome to another Vegan Nugget. I've answered this question briefly in the Q&A for a speech I gave, which you can watch here, but today I'm going to go into greater depth. And I'll warn you ahead of time, I'm rather snarky in this video. First off, let's address this vegan thing. Vegans, according to dietitian Jessica Cording, follow the rules of a vegan diet. They avoid animal and dairy products and eat a plant-based diet. They just also eat eggs. Yes. Because something that comes out of the sphincter of a bird is definitely not an animal product. Instagram is aflutter with the new hashtag, and several articles have already been written on veganism, one of which includes this gem from registered dietitian Alyssa Rumsey, a spokesperson for the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. As people become more interested and aware of how food affects both their health as well as the environment, plant-based diets, including veganism, are becoming more and more popular and mainstream. Veganism may be appealing to people, but many find that it is too restrictive. Because once you rule out the flesh of animals' bodies, the secretions and objects that come out of their orifices, there's just really nothing left to eat. So why do vegans feel compelled to consume the shell demonstration of another species? Protein, of course. I mean, where else can you get it? Food writer Vicki Ann Hadley, featured in the Daily Mail, was vegan for a whole 6 months before adding eggs back into her diet when her friend, who has her own chickens, offered her an egg dish. Hadley says, "I am very into fitness and have a very active lifestyle, so I wanted to ensure that I would be getting enough protein in my diet." Never mind the fact that the USDA has deemed it illegal for the egg industry to advertise eggs as a protein-rich food. If they're using government money, it's also illegal to say they contribute nutritionally, are healthful, or even contribute healthful components. They can't say eggs are good for you, healthy, or an important part of a well-balanced healthy diet, or even safe. Eggs were even found to have the same atherosclerotic effects as cigarettes in a 2012 study. However, the egg industry has been trying valiantly for decades to portray their product as healthy, rarely letting legal restrictions hold them back, and by and large, succeeding in their goal. To hear the entire sordid conspiracy behind eggs, see my video, The Great Egg Conspiracy, Lies, Corruption, and Kevin Bacon, linked here and below. Long story short, eggs are one of the worst things you can put in your body. However, as you may know, and as I always emphasize, veganism at its core is not about health. It can be the healthiest way to eat, but poor health doesn't necessarily mean poor ethics. So even if eggs are horrendous for our health, what's the ethical issue from eggs from backyard or rescued chickens? If you don't already know, chickens on standard farms and even free-range farms are kept indoors in cramped, filthy conditions and forced to produce an unnaturally large amount of eggs, robbing their body of essential nutrients and leading to premature death. If they don't die from exhaustion, disease, or malnutrition, they're sent to slaughter when their production declines, typically around 68 to 72 weeks of age, though their life expectancy is around 8 to 10 years. The most horrifying aspect of eggs is that male layer chicks are ground up alive or suffocated by the hundreds of millions every year. These are brand new, fluffy baby chicks, thrown into grinders while they're still conscious. So all of that horror aside, what about the idyllic backyard and rescue chickens living out their lives outside in the grass, free to roam and peck as nature intended? There are several aspects to look at here. First, where did these beloved chickens come from? Did your friend, because everyone who asked me this refers to their friend or some hypothetical situation, so I'll follow suit. Did they buy them from someone involved in the animal products industry? If so, that act in and of itself is supporting cruelty. But let's say your friend rescued their chickens from a sanctuary. Another consideration is, does your friend really have the resources and know-how to care for chickens? Backyard chickens seem to be the new urban hipster accessory. They are to hipsters what the purse chihuahua is to socialites. Many people who excitedly bring home their chickens don't realize the high cost of properly caring for them and either end up offering a subpar or even low-quality home for their chickens, turning around and passing them off on someone else, or even letting them go as if they'll return to the chicken wild. But let's say your friend knows their chicken stuff and has the finances and land. Is it okay to take the eggs then? What not everyone knows is that chickens will cannibalize their own eggs. This is an important practice that returns vital nutrients to their system lost with egg production. Making an egg is a serious endeavor involving an extreme loss of calcium and pressure on the hen's body. This is part of why hens in the egg industry die so early. In addition, taking a hen's egg away sends the signal to her body to make a replacement. So the more eggs we take away, the more she'll produce, thus continually depleting her body. If your friend's hens don't seem interested in eating the egg, they can always crack it a little, which usually lets the hen know it's not going to turn into a baby and is available for eating. This is something I did when I volunteered at Sasha Farm Animal Sanctuary. And trust me, there was nothing left. But what if your friend has cracked the egg and the hens still won't eat it? Can they then finally serve it up over easy, despite, of course, the health consequences? Isn't an omelet ethical at this point? Here's what it comes down to. Hens do not make eggs for us. They are not ours. And this insane drive to justify something, anything that came from an animal because God forbid we not eat something that came out of someone else, is part of the addict behavior of animal product consumption. If you think that's extreme, take in this excerpt from an article in The Guardian quoting Isabel Davies, co-founder of Hen Nation, an ethical egg farm. Hold on. You couldn't see me because the image was up. An ethical egg farm. Let's proceed. Davies says, I get so many emails from vegans about our eggs. One woman said she couldn't sleep the night before trying them because she was so excited. Linda Turpey, who runs the Hen Heaven Sanctuary, says, I get calls from all over the country. Virtually all the eggs are going to vegans or their friends and family. I recently got a call from a new vegan who works out in the gym and wanted to order 80 eggs a week for protein. She also recalled one man from London who caught the train to Horsham, a bus to Henfield, and then walked 1.5 miles to the Sussex Sanctuary just to get some eggs for his vegan daughter. Now, if that's not addict behavior, I don't know what is. I hope this video was helpful. If you want to learn more about eggs, check out the videos below, including my egg video for kids. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the backyard chicken debate and the vegan phenomenon. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you liked this golden egg of a nugget, do give the video a thumbs up and share it around to answer this oft-asked question. If you're new here, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. I put out fresh content covering all aspects of veganism every Monday, Wednesday, and some Fridays. To help support Bite-Sized Vegans' educational efforts, please see the support links below or click the Nugget Army icon or the link in the sidebar. Now go live vegan, stop eating sphincter food, and I'll see you soon. That was my favorite part. They avoid animal products, and they eat eggs. When you're eating something that came out of an animal, the animal produced it. It's literally an animal product. It's something that literally fell out of an animal. I don't understand how this is not connecting.